and welcome to the training video for the Pediatric Symptom Checklist 17. In this video, we will cover the purpose and goals of the PSC-17 within pediatric primary care. We'll also review the screener's intended workflow and administration process, how to interpret and score the screener, strategies for discussing and managing positive results, and the PSC-17 referral process. The Pediatric Symptom Checklist 17, or PSC-17, is a behavioral health screener designed to identify psychosocial risk factors in children ages 5 to 17. It is the validated brief version of the PSC-35, the most widely used pediatric psychosocial assessment, and is endorsed and recommended by the American Academy of Pediatrics and National Quality Forum. 1 in 5 children ages 2 to 8 have a neurodevelopmental, emotional, or behavioral disorder. However, only 20% of those children receive care from a behavioral health provider. When implemented as part of a standardized screening and referral process, the PSC-17 can aid providers in identifying behavioral health symptoms in children that may be overlooked or untreated. Research indicates that early identification and treatment of these symptoms may promote better educational, social, and employment outcomes for at-risk children and aid in the prevention of co-occurring issues such as substance use, self-harm, expulsion, and/or incarceration. The screener can also support and normalize behavioral health screening and treatment as part of regular healthcare maintenance. The PSC-17 is an extension of the baby and preschool pediatric symptom checklists that are already administered in clinic as part of the Survey of Well-Being of Young Children, or SWIC, developmental screening for children ages 0 to 4. While the PSC-17 will initially be administered only to parents of children ages 5 to 8 within the clinic, it will eventually be used to screen children ages 9 to 17. The PSC-17 will be administered to parents or guardians of children ages 5 through 8 via MyChart 2 weeks before their well-child visit. If the family is unable to complete the screener prior to their appointment, they can complete it in clinic via the Epic tablet. The PSC-17 is scored based off of a subjective rating scale. Each response is assigned a point value. Never is assigned a point value of 0, sometimes is assigned a point value of 1, and often is assigned a point value of 2. The sum of the point values is calculated to determine the child's total score. A total score of 15 or more indicates a positive score and that the child may present with psychosocial challenges. If we were to score the sample PSC-17 on the right, the child would receive a total score of 19, indicating the need for further review from the provider. A child's total PSC-17 score is generated based on 3 subscales. The screener is divided into 3 subscales: internalizing, attention, and externalizing risk factors. The child's total and subscale PSC-17 scores will auto-populate into Epic once the screener is completed. If we were to determine the subscale scores for the sample PSC-17 on the right, the child would receive a 6 on the internalizing subscale, a 6 on the attention subscale, and a 7 on the externalizing subscale, equaling a total positive score of 19. The attention subscale assesses for symptoms such as inattention and hyperactivity that may be associated with conditions such as ADHD. A score of 7 or more in the subscale indicates the need for further review from the provider and that the child may experience challenges specific to these areas. The externalizing subscale assesses for conduct and social challenges. A score of 7 or more in the subscale indicates the need for further review and that the child may experience challenges specific to these areas. The internalizing subscale assesses for emotional symptoms associated with conditions such as anxiety and depression. A score of 5 or more in the subscale indicates the need for further review and that the child may experience excessive worry, low mood, changes in appetite, energy levels, sleep, or academic performance, and may avoid or exhibit a loss of interest in activities. Positive scores triggered by the internalizing subscale may require specialized attention and immediate action from healthcare providers, as the child may be at risk for suicide or self-harm. Before interviewing a family about a positive PSC-17 score, the provider should take note of any subscale areas that may have triggered the score and review any questions marked as sometimes or often, as this may assist in determining talking points and which areas to focus the interview on. During the interview, the provider should review the purpose of the PSC-17, highlight the child's strengths and areas of concern, acknowledge the parent as the expert of their child, and involve them in the treatment planning process. Providers may also consider asking questions about the child's behavior and functioning at home, school, and within the community, academics, and peer and family relationships. Providers can also offer a BEC referral to the family for support with navigating the child's challenges and treatment needs. If a BEC clinician is available on the day that the family is in clinic, the provider can send the clinician a direct chat message into Epic requesting a warm handoff. This means that the clinician will come down and meet with the family in clinic to introduce themselves in the BEC program in more detail and assist with scheduling an appointment. If the family is unable to meet with the BEC clinician on the day of their well-child visit, the provider can place an order for BEC into Epic. Once an order is placed, a BEC clinician will call the family to provide an overview of services and schedule a video or in-person appointment if indicated. Once a family establishes care with a BEC clinician, the clinician will further assess the child and the parent's psychosocial concerns noted in the PSC-17. They may make recommendations and referrals for services such as diagnostic evaluations, parent groups offered through BEC, behavioral health and/or developmental therapies. The clinician may also assist the family with connecting to school services, such as individual education or 504 plans, and provide parent coaching and psychoeducation around the challenges that the family may be facing.